straight off and let's now touch base with the management of Shoppers Stop. Govind Srikhande, Managing Director of Shoppers Stop, joins us to discuss his quarterly numbers. Govind, morning. Thank you for joining us. Govind, if I look at your Q3 numbers were way below street estimates. Profitability for the quarter gone by
when
has
you look at the numbers of Q3 consolidated numbers that you are talking about, fundamentally the addition of Hypercity is impacting the consolidated numbers. But there are three very, very positive things that are happening in this result. Number one is we have had a very aggressive opening program in this year. We have added 11 stores right up to Q3 in the department store space, another 6 stores in HomeStop space, and 2 stores also in Hypercity. So the new store addition is impacting the operating cost, because operating cost of the new stores is hitting the operating profit, number one. Number two, overall when I look at it, the like-to-like performance, that's the key element for a department store or even for hypermarket. We are clearly seeing that our model is working out very, very well. Our like-to-like profitability, in spite of a -1%, has held on very well in the department stores. And as far as Hypercity is concerned, we have seen a clear turnaround in profitability on like-to-like store profitability. So it's come into positive territory from a minus last year. And we are also seeing a store-level profitability improvement even in the Hypercity model. Third, very, very positive trend for Hypercity. 18% volume growth, 70 basis point margin growth, and store EBITDA again being achieved. I think these are very good developments. So I won't look at the number in isolation. I would also look at all these factors that are helping our performance to grow. And in a slowdown market, definitely this is one of the best performances.
Govind, hi, morning. Tell us about the performance in the hypermarket as well as departmental stores in second quarter.
Definitely, if you look at two different kinds of performances in the department store versus hypermarket, we are seeing food growing very, very strongly, and because of the price drops that we are seeing in the food segment, we are seeing a very huge volume growth, 18% volume growth. If you contrast that against the department store, their apparel prices have gone up by about 18 to 20%, and that's why we are seeing a 9% volume degrowth. So our expectation is Q4 onwards of this year and Q1, Q2 of the next year, we should start seeing apparel prices drop, and that should definitely help volume growth to come back again in this business of department store. So I would say pretty hopeful of seeing a good turnaround starting with Q1. But my expectation overall is next year first half would be a little slow. Second half onwards, we should start seeing great growth coming back again.
Even the December quarter is seasonally a good quarter due to festive season, but in the December quarter, Shoppers Stop has reported a degrowth in their volumes. So what led to this degrowth, and what is your volume guidance for coming quarters?
Yes, definitely demand is picking up better than Q3 for sure. But as I mentioned earlier, that the volume degrowth was on account of apparel, where the price rise was much beyond expectations, between 18 to 20%. We are definitely seeing some slowdown in price rise in apparel. And as I mentioned earlier, Q1, Q2, we should see some price drop and price correction in apparel. So volume degrowth should get stopped, and we should start seeing volume growth coming back maybe from Q2 and Q3 onwards of next financial year.
How many new stores did you open during the quarter, and how many do you plan to add now? And are you also looking to enter any new cities?
Yeah, we opened till date in this financial year 13 stores. Plan to open one more store, so we should end up this year at about 52 stores. Next 2 years we are targeting to add 8 stores each year. Currently we are present in about 22 cities, mainly metros and I would say tier 2 towns. The opening program is taking us from a 22 city to a 30 city. So the expansion of footprint across both cities is definitely happening. But still, I would say that majority of sales, 75 to 76% of sale, would still come from the metro cities and not from the tier 2.
Given now that 100% FDI and single brand retail has been allowed, are you looking at any global JVs?
As of now, I think the FDI multi-brand picture is not yet clear, so we would wait for an announcement as and when it happens in terms of rules, regulations, etc. And as of now, we are not talking to anybody, but yes, if FDI multi-brand is announced, we would definitely look at it seriously in terms of what should we do in terms of a strategy and in terms of investment outlook for Hypercity.